I hope this is better than the last one, but full disclosure, my expectations are pretty low.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
All right, the second new single from Metallica. Let's go. All right, already going for more of a rock and roll angle on this one, clearly. Very uplifting opening note for I'm curious how they're gonna handle the content of this song. I wish subtitles were working, but there are none. It's just corny dad rock vibes. I'm sorry. Like, I love me some classic rock and roll, but it's just, I don't know. This just feels so generic already. Okay, solid riff. Nothing too exciting. I like this riff better, but it still feels very much off of an assembly line. As usual, James's vocals are going to be a deciding factor here. Okay, what the hell? So it's like we got the like thrashier song in Lux Eterna, which I think if they had harsher, heavier vocals on it, I would have enjoyed more. And then they've got this like dad cringe rock and roll song, and he's bringing more intense vocals to this one. What the fuck? Like, come on, man. I like these vocals. Where were they on the other song? Verse was okay. I'm kind of surprised. A little generic, but it's okay, I guess. Fun drum part. Keep me inside, my name is suicide. As somebody who works in mental health and, you know, works with this topic very directly, has had some really intensive experience with it. Like, I appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate that people are making music about this, but that lyric ain't it, chief. Like, what I'm thinking of the experiences I've had with this. Yeah, this just very much brings up the topic for me of like, you can have a song with a good message, but then I'll have people like rage clicking and rage like just keyboard warrioring and being like, the song has a good message. So it's like, okay, yeah, that doesn't make it a good song, you know? Like, you can have a good message and still make a bad song. Plenty of songs out there that I think cover this material much more effectively. I like the overall vibe of these verses, though. Again, I just transplant this vocal delivery onto Lux Eterna, and I think you have a real winner of a song. I don't get it. See, again, good messages, you know, don't ever speak my name because people don't talk about it. Remember, you're to blame. People blame people for killing themselves. I really hope this video doesn't get demonetized, too, for me just talking about this subject. But good messaging, just very by-the-numbers lyrics. But if it helps somebody out there who's dealing with it, then more power to you. And as always, if you love the song, good on you. Not telling you not to. Nice little bass pickup there. Little solo time. I'm trying not to be too hard because I know, he was just dealing with some stuff, like even mentioning it on stage and everything, and he's been through some crap. But again, I just don't, if we're talking about artistic expression, there still has to be room for criticism, even knowing that, if that makes sense. Like, I think there's a way to do, like, I don't think you need to put on kid gloves. This isn't a kid gloves topic. So again, I appreciate he's talking about it. And I think the song could be helpful for some people, but I just think, as far as musically, artistically, you could express this better. That was fun. A little fun transition there. I like the drum sound. I always meme on Lars, because I don't think he's the greatest drummer by any means, but I like the sound of the drum on this. I also think it's just very, what's the word? It's a trope to like have the close-up of the guy with his hands on his head. Like, it doesn't really look like that. Like, I've seen it. In fact, a lot of times, the people I've been most scared about, and the people who I have seen go, like, you wouldn't have expected it to be them. Like, kind of like those Robin Williams situations. I want to go back and make sure I'm not missing this. That, like, negative self-talk. That's kind of fun. Yeah, solid messaging. Just, I'd like a little bit more artful lyrics, personally. And there you go. Metallica with Screaming Suicide. Could be worse. Honestly, I saw that title and I again, because of what I do for a living, I was a little nervous, but it wasn't terrible. If I go to my 3 scales, though, just musically, enjoyability, it was like a 7. Like, there were certain parts that was kind of bobbing my head. It was kind of fun. Nothing a whole lot there, like, not something I feel really strong about revisiting anytime soon. Great music, like I'm listening to that Hell Ripper album right now, and man, like, I can't stop listening to that. But anyways, musicianship, also just like a 7, just like very by the numbers rock and roll kind of song. Although, like I said, I liked Hetfield's vocal performance more on this song than on Lux Eterna. Do you think, again, you combine those 2 elements, that song I think would have been better. And then, like, everything else is just fine. And then Innovation too. It's like a 7. I could even go lower, because it's just like, I don't need another by the numbers rock and roll song. I love some more rock and roll, don't get me wrong. I came up on like 90s alternative and grunge and all that stuff, and I miss it a lot. But I just need some more, just a little tad more innovation for all this stuff. So yeah, it's still just like a C, if I'm being charitable, I think, but it is what it is. If you haven't seen my reaction for the previous song, you can check that out here, or you can check out my Metallica tier list that I did with Mad Mike on the main channel. Let me know, what did you think of the song down in the comments? As always, this is just my opinion, and I like getting a conversation going. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.